Hello there. It's Dark Souls 2 again. The nightmare just never ends. Last time we beat the Demon of Song with only a little bit of summoning help. If you don't remember. If you just didn't watch the last part. But we used summoning to get to her. Or whatever it is. Her, it, he, ha, hoo-ha. It could be any of the 70 genders. Or you know two. But that door back there is where we're supposed to go, but I'm going over here. Because there's other things to get over here. Such as a bonfire. And bonfires are always useful. But first we must use fragrancy. How many fragrancies do we have? 3 and 9 Pharos lockstones. That's a lot of lockstones. And there are very few uses of them. From here on. Which is probably why they gave you the Doors of Pharos area. So that you can use tons of lockstones all over the place. Here you have a view and a butterfly that you can kill. Locked. So this locked door does not require a key. Instead it requires a death. Oh. I'm not dead yet. With the fall damage of this game, you'd expect that to kill you. But yeah, you cannot be human if you want to enter this door. You must instead be undead. Which we now are. Now where do my souls go? They go there. I had a lot of souls. Like a lot. La. Excuse my ramblings. Every now and then you must act insane in order to be sane. Oh. Yeah? Therefore try hollow. I am hollow. How hollow do I have to be to open this door? I guess I'll go and become more hollow, and then open the door later. Just don't use humanity, I suppose. Until I'm like as hollow as I can be. But anyway. Big, fancy, ornate door. Like one of the fanciest, ornatest doors in the series. In order to just get into a regular-looking elevator. And a ghost that just flies up there. And of course it's an elevator, so camera gets stuck in place. As it always does. Such an odd little thing. Spinning around town. But yeah, this is forward if you step onto the elevator. But where's the door? It's backward. It's completely 100% backward. And oh look, a bonfire. And it won't explode on me. Oh! Who could have guessed that it would have exploded on me? It's the first sinner. Here to be like, have you done your first sinning today? What, huh? What? Was that the correct choice? I don't know. I'm sure that was probably a wrong choice. Or something. Skeleman. Radiant Life Gem. Yeah, I needed more of those, thanks. I could use a random healing item every time I need to heal from here on, and have too many healing items to beat the game. Torchman, man with torch. And this is Doorman, new enemy. He is man with door. For shield. You have to hit him like once or twice, and then he activates or something. Maybe if you just wait long enough he activates. But who knows. Either way, it's a big knight with a big shield. And I think that if you kill him enough you can get the shield. There are some witches in here, casting their hexes. So be looking out with your eyeball, and maybe your other one. Oh joy. All these spells attacking me all at once. Those are oil pots, so look out for your oil. Don't get set on fire. And also don't have a torch on when you're in this area, because there's an NPC who hates the light. So if you want an NPC on your side, then don't light torches. And I believe he can help you with the boss. But more importantly, he can sell you things and probably other stuff.
Human, do not produce light. Light, and all those who bear it, are unwelcome in this place.
See, he doesn't want the lights on.
I am Akdane, Count Light. This you will find, but that in the tell me.
He gives you Ring of Thorn +1, counter attacks when damage is taken. Ring counter attacks when damage is taken, aka enemies get damage when you are hurt. More Elizabeth mushrooms, as if we need more healing items. More! And then you have some spells. Oh yeah, Gesture. Gesture towards me. Have mercy. Crude human, don't produce light. I don't like the light. If you do produce light, then you get some red specters in here, trying to chase after you and destroy your life. But wait, if you fall off of here, then you can find a few secrets. Better not be a mimic, or I will have tear. You know, like mimic tear. Haha. Elden Ring reference. This is a thing that you must light in order to have a secret happen. So I will light this thing. And here's your secret. The lights are on, the lights are on, and now the guy probably hates me. When light is revealed, the shadows rise. And as you should know, shadows die twice. Soul of Hero Man. Here is a ladder. That is a useless ladder. See, you can't climb up the ladder. Therefore, it's useless. This is a big, terrible, awful area, and I hate it. Take that bow off of there. There are lots of stones just everywhere. And then there are these crypt things that spawn these guys. So just destroy those crypt things. There's also skeletons. There's just everything trying to kill you. These bells will summon those ghostly guys from the crypt things. So just destroy the crypt thing. And then the ghostly bell cannot be ringed. Or rather, it will have no effect when ringed. Well, how about that? Getting lots of nice little upgrade items. This is like end game zone, so we should be getting upgrade items up the wazoo. If you could put it in such a crude manner. Thank you for the attempt on my life, attempt of life, man. Great googly ghost. I'm taking things nice and slow. I'm not dying. It's very easy to die in this area, in particular. But also just across the whole game, but especially in this area. Oh yay, Phantom Man. Phantom Man! Phantom Man die. For his phantom sins. Twinkling Titanite. How nice. Looks like he's a crystal lizard. Magic stone for magic weapon. Lots of big items. Dried fingers. I believe that's an online play item. So what's it doing here of all places? See how quickly they can just destroy your whole health bar? Yeah, online play. With multiple knuckles. I wonder what it does, because the game doesn't tell you. Oh no, nope. Okay, I'm dying. I am resigned to my fate, however I may live. I don't know how, but I lived there. Well, alright then. I guess I'm not dead yet. I was fully ready to just be resigned to my fate. Some of these enemies might just be respawning, like that guy. Door in wall. Ghost in wall. Even better than door in wall, I suppose. He's not even in the wall, he's like a foot out from it. And then more ghost in wall. See, he's like a 2 feet out from the wall. Come on, wall ghost. You can be more in wall than that. These stinking little enemies always trying to come out of nowhere at you. Now that's what you can call an ambush. Let me by, let me get past you. Now this next room is where it really gets to be messy. So I'm just gonna look for the exit and then go there. Because there's like 4 or 5 different ghost guys who can spawn at you. But if we go to the exit and pull the lever, then we can come back. No, 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 no. Oh, okay. Okay. Uh-huh. Thank goodness the backstab actually worked. Insolent armor. I guess he decided to quit on me, this guy. Oh look, it's a way back. Just bounces out of the wall. Does barely any stamina damage to me. Okay. Shield of Insolence. Thanks, wall. Incredible wall right there. Just saved the enemy out of nowhere. There is a way you can go if you go down here. You can get a few more items. Soul of Great Hero, being like 20k souls. And then up here there's a ghost in the wall, but you can't attack it. So, you just have to get hit. Thanks Dark Souls 2 for mandatory damage. There are some people who can go through the entire trilogy of these games without getting hit once. And I'm just like, man, how do you go through Dark Souls 2 like that? That's what I would find to be the most impossible. But I guess I'm just a normal gamer. Not an insane, crazy gamer. Shadow Man does not drop shadow anything. At least that Shadow Man. There were a lot fewer of these red specters in the original version of the game. So now we try to destroy all of the statue. Oh ho, backstab on a ghost! There are some enemies who will automatically ring the bells. Thank goodness I was able to hold my shield up for that entire thing. I was holding the shield button, but my shield wasn't going up. Thanks, Dark Souls 2. Hatred. This is why hatred exists in the world today. Dark Souls 2, that's why. I have no idea if all those graves I busted are still busted or not. Look at that flickering texture. I don't try to find these bugs in the game, they just happen. Yeah, the graves do stay dead, thank goodness. That is at least one little reprieve from all of the stinkiness of this area. Like that. And that. I hit the heal button twice, but it healed once. Thanks, Dark Souls 2. Now this is probably a bad idea, going in a little hole in the wall. With all these enemies about. That guy just instantly turned around. What? Why? I hate so much of what you choose to be. Dark Souls 2. We're getting a lot of healing items in these caves, by the way. Ow. Come on, don't just stand in your flames. You coward. You coward head. The flames still erupted. Now can you all just die in peace already? And there's the guy ringing the bell, but I'm sure that these guys just infinitely respawn. So it's a futile effort to stop it. There should be a chest, yes. But is it a mimic? No. I think I remember where most of the mimics are in this game. Oh look, just a straight shot to the boss. And there's a dragon rider over there. Yet another dragon rider, but also under here, there's a bell and a bell ringer. And he also infinitely respawns, which is like, yay. How many more enemies could we infinitely respawn? I think that was the sound of him waking up. Yep. Thanks, man. Literally just rises out of the ground. And now there's 4 of these guys. You can tackle one at a time. I don't know who that was trying to hit, but it wasn't me. Okay, why did you aggro and not that guy? Okay, he was not able to cast his spell, and yet the spell got casted anyway. Why? Why do you hate me? Dark Souls 2, the game that contempts the player. Yep, there he goes. There's the Dragon Man. Dragon Rider Man. I was trying to not aggravate you. Uh-huh, yeah, uh-huh. Just give you a full boss right before the boss. What? What was that? Hello? Hello? You're supposed to attack me. The end. Except for that guy, that boss guy. I think there's, yeah, a chest. 2 chests even. Yippee. Torches? Of course it's torches. But if you don't light any of the lights, you can get that I hate light guy to help you out with the boss. I think. I'm not sure if he can help you out anyway. Like if you light it or not. Attack! No attack. Is it a trap? It is not a trap. It's just a Dark Knight stone. Like the Dark Knight. Like the Batman man. The Batman man. Here we have a boss with a big hammer. And I have a little hammer. It's the perfect matchup. Again, just walk around the boss and hope that he doesn't hit you. And roll with the correct timing, of course. That was lucky right there, very lucky. Powers up and lets me get in tons of free hits. Is it really a power up if you have to get half dead to get there? The end. The Royal Aegis Velstadt. Probably a precursor to Vort of the Boreal Valley. Or something like that. Big hammer, swings it around, big knight guy. But yeah, music cuts out instantly, of course. Happens every single time. Must be very used to it by now. But here's the king, he's all hollow. He's a hollow man. You can fight him, but it'll take 1 billion years. We now have the king's ring. There is a way to lower his health bar. As in deal more damage to him, but it'll be 1 billion years before we get there. Here is Lady again. She's like, good job, you did a good job. And there is no bonfire here. Which is odd because this is an area where you actually have to come back to get different things. But I guess you just have to fight through everyone every time you want to come here. But now, it's time to go to dragons. It's time to find dragons. If you could imagine dragons real quickly. That's a music reference. Bearer until max strength, but wait. But how? But what? I have Estus Shard for you. How dare you reject my advances? I guess the maximum is 12. That's stupid. Why give me 13 if the max is 12? You stupid, stupid person. Anyway. hero souls. Big hero soul. Big boss soul. You see, that soul was an actual dark soul because it was actually dark in its artwork. The artwork of the soul was dark. It was a dark soul. I should probably get 12 of dexterity just to be able to wield a bow with some efficiency. Yeah. Look at all those levels. In fact, I think I'm gonna get endurance to full maximum. I now have like 4 maximum stats, and the game isn't over yet. Level 158. My goodness. I'm gonna die a few more times so that I can get that secret in that one place. Oh, there's... I think the water is supposed to reflect what's above it. So there's just signs, like messages in the water, but I don't think they're from some place that's underneath the water. I think that they are supposed to reflect the signs and blood stains that are above. But it just doesn't make much sense because it's like shining through the floor. I'm gonna get my health as low as it can go, just to make sure that that door opens. There is another door in that area that only opens if you're fully human, which I guess is just human. So I guess that's kind of a neat idea. Having one door for one extreme and one door for the other extreme. You do need to die quite a few times to get it all the way down, it would seem. I wonder what the actual total amount of deaths you need is. I would think it would be something even, like maybe 10 or 15 deaths. Because making it even makes sense. I do have a life-giving ring on, so maybe that's putting my health higher than it normally would be. So maybe I'm already at half. Like without the life ring. That or I'm just going insane hoping that this'll end sooner. Is that half or is it just under half? Or rather just over half, depending on your view. I think that's half right there. So now that door should open. That only took like 2 minutes. Video games. Or is it video games? Is it Gideo-vames? It could be Gideo-vames. I say that Gideo-vames is when it's not real video games. Like when it's... like microtransactions are Gideo-vames. Those aren't real video games, those are Gideo-vames. You know what I mean. There is a reason I really want to get in this area. It's because of a cool little hat. Why am I locked out? You stinky stinker. Fine, I just won't go in there. I'll go fully human. Will that work? No! Death required ahead, therefore try hollow. I have been hollow, you fool. You stupid fool. Must be something like oddly specific. I'll look it up at some point. Forest. We need to go to the forest again. So basically, last time we went to the forest, we went all the way to the spider lady. Or rather, just the big spider, which was that way. And then the second time, went all the way down the castle pathway, which was that way. And now we have the third way. Because now we have the king's ring. And there are stinky puppies. These guys lead you into another ambush with this troll man. The only thing that's past him is like the red tearstone ring, which is strangely deep into the game. Well, I guess it's just in this forest area. You don't have to go through this door in order to get the red tearstone ring, but it's still oddly deep into the game. Anyway, wear the king ring and then go into king door. See king door open, and then you can just instantly go back to your other ring. It's weird. I don't like having to change my equipment like that just to open a door every now and then. And the thing is, the door doesn't even stay open. It closes after like a minute or two. So if you open the door and then go and do something else and come back, then you have to open the door again. See, it's closing. Stupid door. Come at me, my puppies. Big poison troll puppies. Those don't look like puppies to me. But whatever. If you follow one of the quest lines, then there's a quest person in this area. There's also a chest, which is a mimic chest. I can see by its teeth. Malformed skull, which is a weapon. And dark mask, which is a skull that you can wear on your head, even. Item. Radiant Life Gem. Yay. It's the thing that I just needed. I just needed more life gems. More of them. Twilight Herb. That restores spell uses. The camera oddly snapped towards me there, so I was like, aha, there must be an invasion, because the fog wall appeared behind me. Thanks, backstabs, for not working. Now you work. Now you decide to work. Just spam. Spam the attack button. But yeah, there was a Lucatiel of Mira earlier, and that was her brother. In the original version of the game, this dragon came at you, tried to attack you, and then once you die and come back, because it'll kill you, this dragon will, then the dragon is just not there anymore. But I think in this version of the game you actually need to light a torch for that to happen. Either that or it just doesn't happen at all, which is strange on its own because this skeleton was clearly not meant to be here with you walking around it. But anyway, there's a bunch of stuff in this area, probably not worth going over. Look, you can use your Fragrant Branch of Yore on that random enemy, or you can just, like, go around it. Oh, stinking skeleton. That wasn't meant to be there, tripping me up. Ah, look, it's this big enemy, which in this version of the game only appears in this area. Normally he was in the shaded woods. But now he is no longer there. He is here instead. In this place that we are in. Crimson water. More healing. I need more healing items. Quickly. I don't have enough of them. And clearly this game is far too challenging for me. And that is why I need the healing items. Now I believe this is a mimic. It is not. Maybe it was a mimic in the original version. If you light these bonfire things, or rather torch things, then more of the red guys come after you, red phantoms. This is the way to go. As you can see, it is dragon. Big dragon. Big elaborate dragon statue. This lights up the room, so you might as well do it. And enemy from behind painting. I see you in my mind's eye. Dragon acolyte robe. There's enemies up there who you can aggro. Yay, more life gems. Don't aggravate. I have not aggravated you. There's a bonfire over here. There it is. Just a hidden little bonfire. That health bar is huge. It's almost halfway across the screen, which is what I like to see. I like to see it be halfway across the screen, if not more. I wish that there would be one of these games where the health bar goes all the way across the screen. Just gets ridiculously long. But anyway, you want to aggro this one. Wait, who's following me? No one's following me. Aggravate! And this door cannot be opened unless someone barges into it, so you want to aggravate him into an attack. That grab attack is the worst attack from just all enemies and bosses, because it's never clear on just how far away you have to be in order to not get grabbed. And then some malformed shell, and sometimes you roll at what should be the right time, but then at some point during the animation it like touches your foot, the attack does, and then that's enough for it to fully damage you. Fully grab you. I don't need to fight these guys. Might as well just run through here. And then open door, and then another guy tries to attack me. But I think it's this door actually. So grab the item, let him attack, and then run through. And then they're coming after you, so get through that fog wall. Because they can interrupt your entering fog wall animation. So get through there quickly. And look, it's dragon. It's a pathetically weak dragon who we fought already. But this time he can breathe fire on us. I think he could do that before, but now he can really do it more. Or something. You can probably attack his tail and get his tail cut off, but whatever. Tail cutoffs don't really do much in this game, as far as I know. Having to fight that one dragon earlier really ruins the surprise of this dragon at this point in the game. Because now it's like, well, I fought you already. I already fought this exact dragon already. So there is no surprise. Thanks, director's cut of Dark Souls 2. I'm just waiting here. Uh-huh. More waiting. Just singular fireball. More waiting. Just waiting on you, dragon. Uh-huh. Yup. Uh-huh. You sure are a fire breather. And that's it. Music cuts off instantly. Why am I surprised? I'm not. I'm not surprised. I'm pointing it out. Get a couple of souls. Not too many souls. And then there's like an item right there. A hidden little item. Dragon scale. Like the TV show. And as you can see, there's like land of very flat tree textures for miles and miles and miles. And pretty much nothing for miles. And if you go back here and look around, you will see, aha, there's nothing up there. There's just these weird little pillars in the sky. And then tons of these big cliff faces. So what point could I possibly be trying to make here? There's nothing in the sky. What could possibly be in the sky? Oh no, we're going up. Could it be a ridiculous area transition? Yes, it could be. Nothing is as ridiculous as the one to Iron Keep, but this one is still a little ridiculous. They're just like, well, this area looks kind of like the last one. So therefore, you're transported there. But that's not how it works. Hello? I guess stand off of the button. Which way? That way? There. There it is. Door. And suddenly there's tons of dragons in the air. And now the dragons just aren't special at all. Zero dragon specialty. Dragon's airy. And suddenly there's a castle in the sky. And look, there's tons of these dragon pillars everywhere. It's exactly like the place we just left. What are you talking about? Bearer, seek lest. Aged Feather. Aged Feather is a homeward bone, but infinite. Literally. You don't need homeward bones anymore. And then Dark Souls 3 was like, ah, that's a good idea. We should also give you an infinite homeward bone. For some reason in this version of the game, they make the actual way into the dragon area. Let me show you. They make the actual way, like, blocked off by a guy you have to give one of your fragrant branches to. And then they just give you over here, just in case you don't have any fragrant branches, just in case you want to not do the area. Just a skip for the entire zone. You literally don't have to do... You don't have to interact with this entire zone in this version of the game. And I'm just like, man... Why? Why decrease the padding of the game here in this zone? And this area is actually kinda neat. Although it is like... It's still Dark Souls 2, so it's not that neat. This bridge, for some reason, slows you down a whole lot, because I guess it's a cinematic moment when you're trying to go for this castle that looks like literally all of the other castles in the game. No idea why they were like, let's do cinematic stuff. Ah, yes, the first sinner, but now he's a tiny man. Who knows why he's tiny? Get through his manifesto about life. I don't know what that answer was supposed to be, but I guess I answered something. And now we're here, we're in this area. But yeah, they just let you skip that entire zone. And there's actual dragons to fight in that zone, and things to collect, and things to see. But whatever, I suppose. The devs said whatever. These dragon knights at the sides want you to honorably fight these guys, I guess. So they just stand there while you fight them. And if you try to run past these big knights, then they come after you. These little knights do. Which is an addition in this version of the game, by the way. In the original version, you can just run past this area, mostly. But in this version, you have to fight these big guys, because the game designers are like, we don't want you to not fight these guys. So let's just force you to fight them. You know, unless you just want to fight all the enemies in the area. Stinkin' Director's Cut edition. Maybe they saw people complaining about these hammer guys online, and then they were like, no, we want you to fight those guys. Look at that damage from just one partial hit that it did to me. Stinkin' Dark Souls 2. Dark Souls also. Dark Souls again, but no, it's not again. They wish it were Dark Souls again. I wish it were Dark Souls again. Yeah, just miles and miles of these huge sky pillars. Who knows how these big sky pillars just get here? I think these guys do kill you for being in this area, or not. Vivian the Jester. I don't know if that's a real dark summon or just an online player. Come at me. Either way, I have no idea where that thing spawned in. Titanite slab! Yay, more slabs. This guy has a unique weapon. Who knows why? Okay, uh-huh. Oh, hello? I suppose they're a real player. Ow. Thanks for the backstab. The one time you decide to work. That was shockingly easy for a real player. But I suppose PvE is not this game's specialty. But you know what else isn't this game's specialty? Everything. Dragon Fang Villard. Well, anyway, we got the third dragon ring, which is one better than the second dragon ring. which means health and stamina and equip load go even slightly higher. I don't know by how much, because the game doesn't tell you. Thanks, Villard, for giving me all the free hits in the planet Earth. Or whatever planet we are on. Just free hit to victory. Anyway, there's a dragon egg here. Petrified egg. And you can give that to the crows for like a random item. I don't know if there's a different use for it or whatever. I'm thinking maybe these guys will attack me now that I have the petrified egg. So I'm being a little on edge, you could say. They do not attack. Someone went through that door, so I'm guessing the invader spawned around this area. No items that way. Here's your last little guy you have to fight. Don't run too far ahead, because if you do, these guys will come after you. Because they're like, well, you're skipping the fight, but what if I'm not skipping the fight? What if I'm trying to get the fight to come after me? Hello? Hello? Okay, wow. Uh-huh, yep. Half my health, literally. Why am I not surprised that single attacks can take away my half of my health bar? And of course cancel my healing. I didn't need the healing anyway. I did need the healing. Ta-da! Dead man. Man dead. But you run all the way up here. You say hello to these fellows. And then it's like, "Aw, dragon, big dragon, please do the dragon thing." This is a boss that you can fight, however, not now. I will not do it now. Instead, you just talk to it, and it gives you the next key item, which we now have to use in the Forest of Fallen Giants, believe it or not. You know, all that way at the beginning of the game. It is kind of odd going to the end of an area in this, and then just having no boss fight. But anyway, Forest of Fallen Giants, second bonfire. And we'll end it off on an actual boss fight. But, if I do that, then there would just be like 1 or 2 boss fights left in the game. And it would just be like the final boss fight, literally. Literally, we are that near to the end of the game. Produce the symbol of the king. Fine, if I have to. Open sesame. It is opening. Opening. Get open, get open. Get open already. Open yourself to me. And look, a bonfire. This bonfire is for one boss. There isn't even a zone to fight through. It's just the boss. But basically the dragon gave us the Ashen Mist Heart, or whatever it's called. And then that allows us to go into the past, or whatever it is. It lets you go into memories, which might as well just be time traveling. And now you can go here in the past version of this place and then pick up some items. Bonfire aesthetic, of course. And then you don't have to fight these big guys because... Ow. Ow. But because that head will fight them for you. Just instant kill. Okay, don't get hit by the big, huge fire. Oh look, it's the last giant, but he's a king. He's a king man. Has a sword. And he's tougher now, because it's in the past when he was at his prime. And that's how the past works. It makes you tougher. The further in the past you go, the tougher you become. Which is why no one wants to kill Hitler when he was a baby, because he was too tough. Ow. Music instantly cut out upon boss defeat. Very easy boss. Give us his soul and also... What else did he give us? I'm sure it was something important. It wasn't that. Key items. Giant's kinship. Grants access to the throne room beneath castle. Yes. You could have gone to that throne room anyway, but now you can actually access the throne in the throne room, in the castle. And yeah, you get a soul of the giant there. You can get like 4 other souls of the giant throughout the game. And they all weaken the king's health bar in that one room we found the king in. But anyway, now that we have that, we can go to the end of the game. The part where the game ends. Which is happening in the next video. I'm not doing it this time. Spoilers. Don't use the soul of a giant. Instead, use other souls. Because soul of a giant is like a key item. It's very useful. Because it reduces that one guy's health bar. Which I'll show you much later. Much later. And now we pray to our queen. Get that as far up as it can go. We should now be under 50% weight. And we are. We're 44%. Yay! 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 And now we're at level 166, going into the final boss fight. Just a ridiculously high level. But, thinking of things I can do around here. What stones do you have for me? Now she has all the stones.
No interest.
But now I have none of the souls because I spent them all on myself. I injected the soul money into my soul veins. But, weird how those are 2 different areas on the thingy. But I guess that is its own whole zone. And then that is also its own whole zone. But it's just odd because they seem to be kind of the same area. Anyway, castle. And then this one, that one, this castle one. No one's coming after me, are they? So that way is the way to the final boss. I guess I'll open the door. I'll open the door and have a little teaser for you. Because I'm a little stinker. I'm a stinker person. Come on, it only takes you a year to open. The following bosses should not be too difficult. There she is. Ah, she removes her hood. What a grand character moment.
My name is Shanalot.
Okay. Name does not matter.
This name, for I was born with none. I was born of dragons, contrived by men, by ones who would cozen fate herself. They are the ones who created me. But they failed. I did not come out as intended. Fate would not be bested, and men were cursed once again. If you proceed, Nashandra will come after you, knowing that you will take the throne and link the fire. She covets the first flame and the great soul. Put Nashandra to rest.
Well, anyway, that hood reveal moment just has zero impact because her hair is still covering her whole face. The hood did nothing to reveal who she is at all. Her hair is the same color as the hood, pretty much. But anyway, this is the road to the final boss of the game, of which there are literally 3 final bosses. But we'll go over that next time.